Fall is here. And if we were on the East Coast, that would mean the leaves would be changing and the temperatures would cool down. Well, we're in the middle of a week that has hit the high 90s and the hundreds in some places. But the rest of the country is also dealing with our fall volume issues. Political mail, catalogs, packages, the end of a long daylight time frame, and in some cities, start time changes. Hi, I'm Barbara Stickler, the president of NELC Branch 1100. And it seems that every fall, management decides to move the start times later. While they claim it's operational reasons, I believe it's a psychological game they play with the letter carriers, and we'll address it in the cities that it happens in. Management knows we don't want to be out delivering in the dark, and we want to be home for dinner. By moving the start times a half hour later, about a fourth of the letter carriers will make the plan work. They'll start a half hour later and yet get back at the same time. They'll do it by cheating themselves. They'll either work off the clock in the morning, skip a lunch or a break, or deliver unsafely on the street. Please remember, your physical well-being and your body are the main asset of a letter carrier. You need to protect it. So bear with me as I go over the difference between inefficient and unsafe when it's dark out. Arbitrators have said darkness by itself is not unsafe, but that it can contribute to unsafe situations. So let's address inefficient. Inefficient is that section that normally takes you an hour is going to take you 2. And that's because it's dark and you have to deliver differently when it's dark. For example, if you're on a mounted route, you need to stop, put the truck in park, turn everything off, turn the dome light on to sort the mail, put it in the mailbox, turn the dome light off, and sit there. Wait patiently until you have your night vision back. If you don't have your night vision, you take the risk of hitting something or someone. So wait until you're able to see clearly in the dark and then move to the next box. Is it going to take you longer? Absolutely. Are you working as safely as you can? Absolutely. When I was on a walking route and it started to get dusk, I stopped cutting lawns. Driveways and sidewalks were generally clearer and safer. And while we're supposed to finger mail while walking, we're only supposed to do that if it's safe to do so. Once it got dusk, I didn't finger mail between delivery points because there was not enough light to see where my feet were going with just my peripheral vision. So I needed to concentrate on where I put my feet. Did that 1 hour swing take me 2? Yes, but I was safe. You can also try working with your managers to rearrange the route if you have different modes of delivery. As a T6, I had one route with NBUs and mounted. And I would ask them when it started getting dark, could I do the NBUs first and the mounted section last? Because the NBUs were not under any street lights and the doors faced the lawn, so there was no way to see whose box was who. And on my all walking route, I would ask them if I could do it dismount. Whether you call it dismount, hop and stop, or any other term, it's where I would park, sort the mail, walk up to the house and deliver it, get back in the truck and drive to the next delivery point. So instead of walking between houses, I would drive. And I would ask my managers for permission to do that. Now, a safety issue is if you're out on the street walking and you hear a dog bark and you can only see about 5 feet in front of you. If you don't believe you have the time and the warning to get the satchel in front of you to protect yourself, you need to cut that block and move to the next one. Make a note on the mail and let management know when you get back why you skipped the rest of those deliveries. There is also a point in the evening where it is unsafe to be in someone's yard. You're the only one that can make that decision. We all deliver to different neighborhoods. We all have a different comfort level of being out there. And so you need to make that determination. At what point is it unsafe for you to be in the yards of your route? If you feel it's unsafe because it's too late in the evening, phone management and bring the mail back. Now, management is still trying to maintain the 6 p.m. goal. Goals are good, but they do not have the right to violate the rest of the contract to accomplish the goal, which means all of the overtime rules are still in place. If you're not on the overtime list and you're worked overtime, let your steward or your officers know. If you're on the work assignment list and you're worked off of your route in overtime, let your officers know. Please do your $39.96 in the morning requesting overtime. That will help us show where management failed to address the issue in the morning. And if you're on the overtime list and they give you a 2-hour swing, you're probably not going to make the 6 p.m. goal. A lot of our offices are now starting at 8. Your workday is 8 to 4:30. If you have a 2-hour swing, simple math means 6:30 is your return time and off the clock. Management should be able to do that math, but understand they will try to get you back by 6. So protect yourself. If you're on the street and you need to call for more time, management is obligated to make a decision. That's why they're the manager. So if you're calling in to let them know that you're going to need an extra half hour and you're not going to get back till 6:30, they have to either authorize the overtime, send you help, or authorize you to bring mail back. Unfortunately, there are managers out there that will once again play a game. They'll tell you don't bring mail back, but you better be back by 6. That's an invalid instruction. It's already been decided at the national level that they don't get to do that. You're already telling them that plan won't work, and so they have to make a decision. But you're not going to convince them of that over the phone. So make sure you let the union know when a manager does that. But more importantly, at that time, let management know that you hear them. You understand they don't want you to bring any mail back, and as such, you'll be back at 6:30. Politely tell them that you're going to go ahead and hang up and finish your deliveries now. Hang up. Continue your deliveries. Yeah, someone might come look you up, but that only means they're going to find you doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is delivering the mail and providing customer service. Now, the scanners can be a friend and a foe. Recently, we've had several letter carriers caught scanning pictures of their MSP points. I thought we had put this issue to bed years ago. You need to scan the MSP points at the delivery point, along with your packages. There are a lot of text messages coming across the scanners these days. Remember, in California, it's illegal to text and drive. So if you get a text message on the scanner, pull over, legally park, turn everything off, and then read the message. If you're out walking, stop walking, read the message. Safety first. It is the holiday season, and while it's nice as a career employee to have the day off, I know you're going to be coming back to a lot of mail on the day after Columbus Day and Veterans Day. So be sure you work safely. Keep your management informed of what your day is looking like, and protect yourself. The branch open house is going to be December 13th here at the Union Hall. I hope you'll be able to join us for a little dinner and companionship. See you on the 13th.